All right, we are here at where are we? Star Bar, right?
Livewire.
Livewire. God, I get it. We'll cut that out. We're here at Livewire with Edge of Paradise. How you guys doing? Woo! You guys are on tour from LA, right?
Yes.
So, how's the tour going?
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Eventful.
Eventful?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just had off camera. We had a little discussion about his wiener. So. Yeah, he got a wiener with
I don't know
love.
if you can see the love.
Yeah,
But you gotta
It's awesome.
slide out. There you go.
there it is. It's a wiener. Oh, he got a note on it too.
Oh, I
It's in.
got a note with my wiener.
He's got a note with his wiener, and it's in a condom. Oh, no,
Oh,
that's a
there you
baggie.
No, it's a tuxedo. Presented. We wanted it to look nice. The protections on him.
So
Yeah.
I have been waiting for you guys to come through
Cool.
this area for like what 2 years now. So you guys are finally here. How's the tour going, and how's everything going for you guys now?
Good. Yeah, it's always fun meeting people and seeing places, and we've had a lot of people that knew about the band for like 5 years and never saw us live, so they came out.
Yeah.
Getting their first chance because we haven't been through most of these cities
Yeah.
yet. So.
Yeah, because like I
There's a
said,
lot of
I've
new
been playing you
spots.
guys' music for quite some time, and I've never got to meet you, so I'm
Right.
like almost like fangirling it right now.
Right.
I'm really I am kind of excited for you guys to be here,
Yeah.
and I really hope we get a great turnout and everything. And
Yeah. me too.
what's going on after this? Where you guys head?
We have tomorrow we're going to a record store to do like a little meet and greet in Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Oh,
at
Wisconsin?
Black
Okay.
Circle Records. Then we're going to Michigan at the Token Lounge. Then we're going to Connecticut. Then we're going to North Carolina, and
Oh, wow.
ending in Virginia.
So,
Ending where?
in Virginia.
Virginia.
A lot of
Wow.
driving next weekend.
Yeah.
Wow! And then you guys got to go all the way
Go
home.
back to LA.
Yep.
Man, so what's gonna happen back then? You guys just taking a break?
No, we're writing
we,
music and we're
gonna
rehearsing.
Release, we're gonna release a new song, a live song and video, and then we're booking more shows, and we're gonna push this next single a lot, and
Okay.
then we're always recording new stuff.
But we're fully ready because we assume by next Friday we'll be broken up. So we're gonna need a week or two to get back together. Once we get back, and then, things will be
Get
good.
that week of not
Yeah.
talking to each other,
Yeah,
not
right.
trying
Out
to
of the
kill
way.
each other. You
Get that all
know.
taken care
We
of.
actually-
Also, I want to mention this came from the Elvis Presley estate. We were talking before how I love the King.
You guys.
Yeah,
what-
the
we
idea.
were in the
The
car and
I was like, I
she,
love
she's like she loves
Elvis.
Elvis and then she looks at Dave and goes, "You fucking hate Elvis." He goes, "What are you talking about? I don't hate Elvis." She's getting all mad and she goes, "I tried to play Elvis the other day. You made me change." She goes, "Well, I don't have to listen to his music. I still like the guy."
I love the idea.
He likes the idea of Elvis.
I love the idea of the coolness. He comes from that coolness era.
Yeah. I was just, I was watching some Prince videos today, and I thought, we had Jimmy,
Yeah.
we had Randy,
Right.
we had Dimebag, and we had Prince. All, great guitarists, and I keep thinking, who's gonna step up to be that
Yeah.
next one?
Well, as soon as I learn how to play guitar.
Yeah, I'm the drummer.
You're right though. I love, we had those icons, and these days we don't really see those icons anymore.
No.
Like this day and age.
But those
so-
icons were before you were born.
But I like that. I looked
Yeah.
up to them, That's
Well,
what I'm
Elvis,
saying.
Elvis, and all the coolness
The
of
coolness,
the
Right,
50s and
yeah.
60s, and
It's
yeah,
It's like you looked at them like they're like something else,
Yeah.
It's a rock
They're
opera.
aliens.
yeah, you are, because you are quite young, aren't you?
Oh, I'm actually like 120.
Yeah, she's a vampire. So, how did you guys come together? How did you guys get started?
Unfortunately, I ran into this guy.
Yeah, I was hitchhiking and I just got out of it. It was minor.
No, okay,
I
It
shut
wasn't
up.
federal. It wasn't federal, but it was like a 6-year stint. And
You know when they have the signs
Fortunately,
that do not pick up hitchhikers? Well,
Yeah.
she's not that bright. So.
yeah, it worked out for the better.
They tried to have stand-up comedy careers, and it was No, okay, so I moved to LA like 5 years ago, and we were both hired by the same producer to work on a random song, and that's how I met him. And he had a band called Bleed with Robin McCauley, who was in MSG, and he got a gig touring with Survivor when Survivor had 2 different bands touring.
No, the singer quit, and then so Robin
Yeah,
went off
Robin.
and did Survivor.
Okay.
And I had a whole CD. I had worked on this for like 3 years. I had Greg Bissonette on drums and Tony Franklin on bass and Rob McCauley. And I'm like, I got my 80s supergroup, and I was gonna put the CD out. And then for whatever reason, I decided not to. It's like labels were changing, and up until that point, everybody was doing 80s supergroups and like doing licensing deals for 20K, 30K. It was like the thing, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna do that myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know a bunch of dudes. I'll get my supergroup. So when I went to go put it out, it was on the decline. So I'm like, well, I'm not wasting my music. You know what I mean? It would make no sense for me to put it out and have it, you know,
Your head's getting
Yeah, and have
not promoted
Fixing me
correctly.
right, right.
So I kept the music, and then time slid by, a little bit of time, and then I met her, and we did the one song, and I was like, I got all these other songs. We decided to make a band. I'm like, it would be cool if we put a CD out first, because like a lot of bands get together, rehearse, and do all that bullshit that, you know, wastes a lot of time in the beginning. And you're not
Right.
a band until, in my mind, until you put a CD out.
Right.
You know, you put a CD out, here we are, this is what we're doing, you start the promotional thing, and then you play shows to promote that album. So I figured if we put the album out right away, we could establish ourselves as a band and get some real players in the band, instead of like, you know,
Instead of guys
going
like
in
me.
a rehearsal room
Right.
in LA, which is ridiculous because you got to pay by the hour, and arguing over a direction, which is, it's mute. It's like you want like a, you know, organic thing.
Right.
And it had organic music, it just wasn't created with her at the time. So I just had her re-sing Robin's parts, and like,
That's
we went
why
and
the
talked
music
to Robin.
is so different from like now.
Yeah,
and
on Mask.
That mask.
And so,
Oh,
and so
okay.
Robin, Robin was cool. He's like, I moved his vocal away, and he's on background vocals in there, and he was totally cool with it. He was a great guy. So then we put the first CD out, and then, you know, started campaigning.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just something to
Built the band
build
from
on,
there.
you know.
Right.
Got the band members and stuff.
Did you have now? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying just because it is a stigma in music that you get beautiful women that are lead vocals that, you know,
That's
they
how we
don't
got
take
Nick.
somebody. Sometimes they don't take you seriously. They
Well,
think,
no.
well, we're women lockers. But trust me, I'm not.
I totally
I'm not
know
against.
where you're going. The thing that sold me on the idea was, I played with a bunch of singers through the years, right? And I noticed right away from in cover bands when I was a kid, hey, I got lucky. I got in this band. Everybody seems to like this singer, who I fucking hate. You know what I mean? Like, I hate this guy. Why is he so egotistical? Why does everybody love him? Why do all the chicks dig him? And then I realized, like, oh, I get it. He's got that thing where he goes up in the middle of the stage and he sells himself with just, you know, a few words. You know, he's got that quality. And then
Right.
I played with Robin. I saw Robin on stage, and I had a couple different singers, and I was like, before I met Robin, I'm like, I want to get this great singer. I won't even mention their names. I'm gonna get this guy. I talked to these guys, and I saw him sing live, and I'm like, these guys are so fucking great, but people look away when they're playing. They stand on the side of the stage and they're quirky, and they don't like. And then Robin gets on the stage, hey, how you doing? And everybody's like, fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so then I was like, when I started working with her, I was like, she has that, like, what I mean, like, and she has that work ethic, and I'm like, that's the one thing you got to have the Robert plant. You know what I mean? You
Right.
can't. It doesn't matter if we make a bunch of songs and I get the singer that stands on the side of the stage. I don't want to do that, because this goes back to the Elvis Presley, the cool thing.
Right.
It doesn't matter if she's a girl or, you know, a dude or you know,
whatever,
an alien,
right.
But you got to have that quality. Otherwise, why proceed forward?
Yeah.
I know, like, the chances are, it's so difficult anyway. Without that quality,
Right.
it's out the window.
And she sees. I mean, with the costumes you wear and the things
Right.
you do. I
Yeah.
mean, she's out there.
She
I mean,
sells
she's
it, and
yeah.
people love it, and that's the thing. That's the thing that you can't put into a music school setting, or
Yeah.
you know, well, how do I do this, or how do you you know, how is this done? Because there's no directions in this.
Yeah, when I'm on stage, what should I do
Yeah.
when this song
There
comes?
isn't.
Right,
Yeah,
it's just
there-
you got
there
to, like
isn't.
you said, it's organic.
Yeah.
It's the flow.
And,
So
and
how
that's a beautiful thing about art, right?
You
Yeah.
should ask why
Yeah.
I gave him my time of
do?
day.
Well, obviously, you know,
Yeah.
it's amazing, like, all that stuff. Plus, I got the Elvis
So how did you
Presley.
guys get involved?
I got him next.
Well, I was working at a recording studio for Bob Kulick. I was just the assistant engineer there, Bob Kulick and Brett Chasen. And
Okay.
they came in and were working on some new tracks, doing some recording. So I was doing the engineering for Breakaway at the time. And the guy who came in who was supposed to play the bass was
Patch.
Patch Eye. Yeah, he was not very good and very late.
He had some of the
and
best tattoos.
Didn't really
He had the
speak
whole
English.
musical freaking staff,
he,
the bass tattoo.
You might see this.
He was a really nice
Great
guy
guy.
who was
Very
not
nice.
right for the band. So anyway,
never
they were
met
going on tour in like 2 weeks, and they had the bass player was just falling out. It wasn't going to happen. So I was like, hey, you know, I used to play bass before I stopped playing bass, and so I lied my way into the band, and I learned all the songs in about 2 weeks.
We didn't have a choice, and he also had that thing where he looked good.
You know?
Well, no, he didn't have that. He didn't smell good. He didn't smell
He
good.
had something.
He's got a lot of funkiness.
I'm always on time,
But
damn
he
it.
does
That's
show up,
important.
and he drives a lot. And not only that, though, there was this other thing he had. I forgot. I don't know what it was. He was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
So
If I'd ever actually had an audition, I wouldn't be in the band.
That's true.
no, but we really needed him because we got the other guy under the same circumstances where he was referred to me, and we had this thing with Tattoo Magazine, and the other guy had so many tattoos and he looked so good, and they're like, he's platinum in Turkey or something. I'm like, well, he's got to be good. He went to the same music school I went to. I know if he got halfway through, he's got to know at least enough chops where I can show him. Because what happened was
Right.
I had to start recording the bass. We were going in the studio and there was not enough time to go like, okay, we got to pause here and redirect. It's either like, shit, you can't do it. Well, who's gonna do it? You know what I mean? You do it.
So
okay,
basically,
I
was sitting there on the board, and
like,
I'm like, Dave is trying to teach the guy how to play the bass, so then he can play the bass so that I can hit record. And I said,
Right.
Dave, why don't you just record it? And what I said in the studio is, why don't you just record it? He can learn it at
so
home and
yeah,
come back and
so
do it
by
tomorrow.
next
But-
Tuesday, I had to do the bass. So I did the bass, and the tour was coming up in 2 weeks, and then I started showing him the bass. And so we were still driving to Oregon or whatever, and he was
I was learning shit in the back seat.
Yeah,
Learning covers in the parking lot, but it worked. And the best thing about that little tour, that little jump up the West Coast, is we all got along really well, except the drummer at the time. But the three of us really clicked, and everything was just, it was the organic of the personalities. You know what I mean? We got along well. We're all reliable. We're all on time. We're all business directive. There's not a bunch of, crazy bullshit going on and fighting, and that's more important on the road than a lot of things.
Atypical band.
We're very tame on the road.
We
you know,
are.
so-
We don't even like. He's the only guy that drinks. We gotta keep him tame.
But the
Dave
point
likes
is,
to drink.
when you have those personalities that mesh really well, it's like the intricacies of that bass part in the third measure on the verse is like, I can learn that.
Yeah.
You can't learn each other. You can't learn people.
Right.
So
Right.
So
we
we got
clicked
along.
really well on that first
So
tour.
we're still waiting for him to learn that intricacy of that song. But I'm sure he'll learn it. I mean, it's only been a few years. It's only bass.
He's still a dick. Well, he got a wiener and a baggie, so.
We did get him the wiener.
Yeah.
And then the drummer we had at the time on that first tour, he was a nice guy, but he just didn't fit. He was in a little bit different style of music, and he was just kind of different style of person, and it just
He
didn't.
wouldn't drive the car.
And he wouldn't drive the
He
car.
wouldn't
I
drive
mean,
the
what
car.
the-
It's like I'm falling asleep. I'm like going up over these tracks.
It's like I've been driving.
He's done his shit.
I've driven like 10
I'm like,
hours. This guy drives like an hour and a half and
Dude.
goes, I can't do it anymore. And I'm like, fuck.
I'm
So I'm getting
falling
back and I'm
asleep.
driving
I'm like
again.
driving. We're going up over the Mount Shasta. It's like in the middle of winter. There's icicles everywhere. I'm like getting out. I drive like 2 exits. These guys are all asleep, and I get out and I do 10 push-ups. I get back in. I drive 1 exit. I get out. I got my shirt off. I'm like, dude, it's freezing out here. I'm trying to stay awake. I'm like, I'm drinking Monsters. I'm like, nothing's working. And so the dick. Well, no, the rather fine gentleman. He's like, look, man, I just can't do it. I can't drive. He drove like 45 minutes. Or
And he had
pulled
said at
over
the
in
beginning that
middle
he
of
was going to
nowhere.
drive. And then it was like, so. Which that is, on the whole world scale of things, that's not that big of a thing. But it's little things like that
Oh,
that
that
add up
could
and
have
makes
been-
you
Yeah.
you can't tour with, So.
Because you gotta be together for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were cramping.
In a truck. Yeah.
So John is a friend of mine from another friend's band who I've known for a long time, from other bands that I'd played with previously, and so.
And we lucked out with John. He's pretty
John's-
amazing.
They just
And
ran
he's
out of
like-
options, basically.
No,
actually what happened was I
They're
called
like,
my-
dude, we need a drummer. Come on, just learn this shit.
I
There's
called
only one guy left on the list. We're stuck with him.
I called up my friend who was the singer for the other band that I know him from, and I was like, hey, can I
gonna
steal your
borrow-
drummer? Like, I don't want to just steal him. I'm letting you know I'm going to steal him, but I'm stealing him.
But he was also
But
so modest. He came in and he's like, he played great.
Yeah,
and
we
then
played like
after
2
we were,
songs.
like,
It was great. He's like,
talking,
I don't
and
know.
he's like,
Is it
shut up.
okay?
And he's like, and he's like, yeah, I got a studio too. And we're like, yeah, everybody has a studio. So
But-
we're like, whatever. And then we go over there and it's like a full-on
He's got a
studio.
very
It's
proper
like-
recording studio.
It's like people in LA would be like, yeah, and I know so-and-so, and I know this
Yeah,
guy. And I have
we've
like
been
this
through that. But
whole capsule building records under my name, and then they have like a whole little studio.
Yeah.
So,
Like a garage band.
But you have the whole studio.
I'm an engineer. That's my real job. Too.
Okay. So you've been playing a while, and they it was easy for you just to pick up. And...
Yeah, well, I like the songs like right away. As soon as Nick mentioned the opportunity to audition for them, I checked out their stuff online, and right away I was excited about it. So
Yeah.
I learned all the songs in a couple of days, and seriously, the coolest thing, sat down there, like you said, it's the chemistry. I sat down, I was comfortable right away. Like we were jamming, I was having fun, and it was a good time, like right off the bat. So.
Yeah.
He was better than me, and he was auditioning. It was great.
Where's
So
that
who-
sausage? He should get the sausage.
Yeah. You know what? That's got to be your guys' thing now when you guys go around. Who gets the sausage of the night?
We make a new thing every day.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had so many like we did the East Coast and he hit the deer.
And then
That's a long
we,
story.
we
my
already
God.
told the battery story. A couple
Deer
of
was
times.
already
Battery
gay.
story. Battery story was this.
Yeah, we have a lot of shenanigans.
I'm sure we'll have some more fun on the way home.
Oh, absolutely.
40
There's
hours of
always
straight
road
driving,
stories.
something happens.
Yeah. So, who produced you guys' video? That video's amazing.
We did.
Okay, so I have a friend, Val Rossi, that I've known from New York for a while now, and he's a great camera guy, director, and he was like a director, and he also edited the whole thing, but we kind of come up with a concept, and he built the cage, and I originated all the costumes. And,
Crazy video.
yeah, we kind of put everything together ourselves. I mean, we have another one. We have a new song called Alive, and we have a new music video for it, and that's gonna be a really cool one because it's more like sci-fi concept.
We're trying to take it up a step. every
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
It's all shot. We just
But yeah, I mean,
it's not finished.
Aside from Val, who helps us because he does all the camera work and he's obviously got a vision in it too, but we all do it pretty much ourselves. It's not like
And,
we
you
went out
know,
and hired some.
It isn't like
A-level
Steven
Right.
Seagal gave us that much help. He was,
Yeah.
it's very, very minor stuff.
Yeah.
So,
But no,
You know,
because
we
it's
started
amazing.
off with
I mean,
a small
it's,
loan of $1 million, and then
Yeah.
there we were able to.
you know, and that
and
guy
there
that
we
did
were able to
ET,
go broke.
You know, he was
Yeah. Because I mean, it's a great video. I mean, the whole thing
thanks,
is
man.
it's really, really good.
Yeah, that was mine. I did that.
Yeah.
Those guys were here, but most of that was me.
You made her headgear.
You know, this thing
headpiece,
is like I get this concept right, and I gotta see it through. I gotta see this concept through, and I get my work ethic is such that if it's not done in 2 weeks, so I gotta
No,
keep
that's
it
why
alive.
it's so funny because we always fight because I'm like, we gotta get it done now. And it's always like, just calm down. I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
no, tomorrow. Like, we
No,
gotta
it's
go.
her because it's like we'll be in the studio like recording a new song, and she's already got the video like set up for next week.
They're
and
even
then
done
we're
writing
going
the
on tour
song.
in 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, you know, we gotta like balance the like.
I'm out in the hallway picking up chicks
The
from like the
reality
band
is-
in the studio next door while they're doing their thing.
But chicks, you know what he means.
All right, I think you guys keep getting looks over here. I don't know if you guys already loaded in, but it looks like you guys.
put a
We
bunch
just put all their shit right in the way, right in the middle.
Yeah,
of the
you
stage,
probably
so.
have to get in. But so to get, before I let you guys go, tell everybody how to get your music, your merch, everything. Where can they go?
Alright, so the best thing is to go to our website, which is edgeofparadiseband.com, and we have our latest album is Immortal Waltz, produced by the legendary Michael Wagner, whom we love very much. We also have new song Shade of Crazy that's available on iTunes and everywhere digital for now, and that's produced by Chuck Johnson, who is behind Korn, and mixed by Jay Rustin, who is just did the recent Anthrax. So, by the way, we're really lucky to be working with all those. We have an amazing team, and we're very lucky in that sense. And so I mean, if you Google us, you can find our music and come to our Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/Edge of Paradise Band. We're very social. We love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Twitter, Edge of Paradise 1, and we're also on Instagram, Edge of Paradise. Yeah,
Website,
let me add-
we're trying
edgeofparadiseband.com.
to spread like wildfire.
But let me add this: if you're in Chicago, you can also get it here at Livewire tonight.
Tonight,
It's
yeah,
here.
tonight.
If you're
Run
in Europe,
over.
you can
Because,
steal
because
right.
this is live
Back
on
in time.
national television, right? Exactly.
Well, in video, but yeah, radio,
There
yeah.
it is.
But all right, so they can get your stuff and always go out, as I say about every other band out there, go out buy their stuff because that's how they pay for their tours.
yeah. We need
because-
gas to get home.
That's how we
Yeah,
bought.
and get gas to get home. And
That's how we bought Nick that sausage.
Yeah.
Still gotta pay for that. That's on the
And then we're gonna get a Chicago
Sounds
dog
great.
and some deep dish pizza.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I gotta pay for the second battery that I had to buy.
Yeah.
We dropped.
Yeah.
Not
We'll
one.
save that story for
You
another time.
dropped it.
This is a good one.
No more stories from you.
Yeah.
That's why he's a failed comedian.
It's true. This is reality.
We can,
I
you know
dwell
what?
on the
We can
future.
talk about it later, and I'll just when I write up my review, I'll just
You're
put it
gonna
in
want to
there.
hear this.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'll have it in my review. His battery story, because I'm sure it's gonna be a good one. But all right, guys.
Let's just say the dildo is really big, so it takes big batteries.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, you've seen the height that Nick's at, so it's got to be rather large to work.
Have you guys seen Sausage Party?
Go away.
Not yet.
No. All right.
But
There's.
we just drove through a sausage fest.
We did. There was a
Well, we
there
didn't
was a
actually
huge
drive. No, we saw a billboard. We did not go to that.
We were planning on
It's
going.
just we drove through it.
It was the Bratwurst Festival, but I mean, come on, it's a sausage fest.
Well, because there's a part in there where the bun and the hot dog are arguing, and he goes, "What are you talking about? You can't fit anything else in there. You're too tight." And he goes, the bun goes, "Oh, you'll be surprised on what I can fit in here." And it was, and I had my 18-year-old son with me, and he's rolling. He's just laughing. I'm like, "Oh, this is so like rated X cartoon."
I don't get it at all.
Yeah, she's really naive. She doesn't understand.
Nick gets it though.
Yeah, we heard Nick gets it.
Oh, I get it.
Nick gets it rather often.
It must because he's so tall there. Yeah.
Making her blush.
All right, well, guys, we will be around for your set tonight,
Awesome.
and hopefully we'll see you on down the road and more stuff from you. And if you guys want, always with our Asgard video, we can put your video on our page and promote it on our video page.
Right on.
And anything else you guys, I mean, I've been promoting your tour. Anything you guys ever need, just give
Appreciate it.
Asgard a call. We'll help you all out
Awesome.
any way we can. So.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
So, all right, well, we're going to get going because they just kind of threw their shit on stage and said, all right, let's go do this. And but come on out tonight. If not, check out their tour online and go see them somewhere. And then also go get their music and their merch and everything else. And we will see you guys next time here on Asgard Radio.
Rock and roll.